Most people spend their entire lives working. They pay taxes on that money, then spend it all on stuff. They get a little bit older. They retire, then they die. And at no point do they ever really understand how money works. Not because they're lazy, not because they didn't try, but because nobody ever taught them. The school system doesn't teach you this. Your parents probably didn't teach you this either. Nobody teaches you how money works because nobody cares to. Why would they? If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten, which is why this channel is different. Zero to Billion will teach you how money works. Welcome to our channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Today we're talking about Part 1, the system you never question. Think about it. School teaches you algebra. How many times do you actually use that in everyday life? You'd be lucky to use it once every 5 years, yet almost everyone graduates with a degree in math, science, or engineering. The same thing applies to money. You're learning money-related skills to survive. Sure, but school doesn't teach you how to manage a credit card. School teaches you the history of ancient empires, but nothing about how interest slowly drains your bank account. You're told to get a safe job, yet no one teaches you how to build income that doesn't need you clocking in every day. The system isn't built to make you wealthy. It's built to keep you working. That's not conspiracy. It's just reality. The system is built to keep you working for someone who already is. You were born into it. You might not like it, but the longer you stay in denial, the longer you'll stay stuck. Part 2. How money actually works. Now you've got two options. Either complain about the system or accept the reality and find a way to win within the system. Money isn't just something you earn. It's something you can build. Earning money is an exchange of your time and effort for a paycheck. But the wealthy don't trade time for money. They use money to buy more time. They buy the ability to do whatever they want, whenever they want. They use money to buy freedom, and you can do the same. How? By investing? Yes, investing. Take that word out of your vocabulary and replace it with owning. Owning stocks, owning real estate, owning businesses, owning systems, owning things that make money even when you don't work. That's how money actually works. And if you understand that, you're ahead of 99% of the population. That's not magic. It's strategy. Anyone can learn it. If they stop chasing quick fixes and start thinking long-term, this takes us to Part 3. The trap of consumption. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Sometimes more. Yet everything you earn goes right back out. Rent, mortgage, debt, shopping, subscriptions. You might even throw in some saving. But is that enough? Is that building wealth? Or are you just keeping up with the Joneses? Are you growing, or are you just staying in the same place? Ask yourself, does your income increase your wealth? If you're living paycheck to paycheck, the answer is no. The rich don't fall into this trap. They delay gratification. They live below their means until they don't have to anymore. They build first, then they spend. But you can't build if you're constantly consuming. So it starts with cutting back. Stop spending money you don't have. Stop trying to impress people you don't like. Start thinking long-term. Start thinking about building your own empire so you can achieve Part 4. Freedom isn't a dream. It's a system. You know those people who quit their jobs, travel the world, live off the grid? Yeah, those are the lucky ones. They're free. Free from the rat race, free from the grind, free to do whatever they want. But here's the secret truth. They didn't get there by winning the lottery. They got there through hard work. They saved money. They invested money. They built systems that paid them whether they showed up or not. They bought their freedom. And you can too. We're going to let you in on a little secret. The path to financial freedom is pretty simple. Save more than you earn. Invest in things that go up in value and watch your wealth grow. Easier said than done, we know, but the path itself is straightforward. It doesn't require luck. It doesn't require connections. It just requires discipline and patience. The key to financial freedom is understanding the system, knowing how money works, understanding the markets, investing in yourself. These are the keys to the kingdom. So what are you waiting for? Part 5. What the rich do differently. They don't chase income. They chase ownership. Ownership of assets. Ownership of time. Ownership of the outcome. They learn. They take risks, and when they fail, they get better, faster. They understand that true wealth comes from being in control. Being in control of your finances. Being in control of your life. But it's not easy. It takes dedication, discipline, and a whole lot of patience. But the rewards are worth it. True wealth isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. And above all else, it's about buying your freedom. The freedom to make your own decisions. The freedom to live on your own terms. That's what money can buy you. So don't just chase the money. Chase what the money can buy you. Chase your dreams, chase your goals, chase your freedom. Which brings us to part 6. Where do you start? This isn't a trick question. We're going to tell you exactly where to start, but don't applaud us just yet. You won't like what we're about to say. Don't start with the stock market. Don't start with crypto. Don't start with day trading. Those are just ways to gamble with your money. You might win, but you might also lose. And if you're just starting out, you can't afford to lose. So, where do you start? With your mindset. Learn how money works. Understand how to budget, save, and invest. Understand the tax implications of investing. Understand the difference between active and passive income. Understand how compounding interest works. Understand inflation. Understand what assets really are. Understand how much you should be investing and how often. Once you've got your mindset right, everything else will fall into place. You'll learn how to track your spending. You'll build your first emergency fund. You'll learn what assets really are and how to invest in them. You'll find ways to cut back and save more. You'll set financial goals and you'll stick to them. This isn't overnight. It's not a magic pill, but it is possible. We're at the end of this episode, but remember, this is just the beginning of your journey. We're going to keep bringing you new episodes that break down everything we've talked about today in a way that makes sense. If you want to succeed, you have to keep learning. So hit subscribe if you're serious about building real wealth. Remember, the only way out is through. Until next time.